Guys, how are you? And welcome back to the Manager's Journey with me, John, aka Old Man Suda. We are back again with Barnsley, and we're on the transfer page. Obviously, one or two more little movements happened after the last episode, and it's all three started off with Adam Davis, who was our goalkeeper, gone off to Cardiff. He's actually a really good goalkeeper. I probably shouldn't have let him go, maybe, but he was kicking up a fuss that he wanted to go, and we got 1.1 million for him, to be honest, which I thought was quite good because we can reinvest that overall. So yeah, he left. It might be a mistake, I'm not sure, we'll see, but yeah, it is what it is. Dan Welch, a youngster as well, he's just a regen, went off to Watford for 58k, could raise 155k, so I felt a bit of decent business there. A couple of loan players went out as well. Coming in as well, we just got James Shea. I think he's the only one that you guys probably didn't see. Goalkeeper, I think he looks pretty good overall. Might not be the best, but I think he'll do a job. Definitely could be our backup keeper basically overall, so I think he'll do a decent job for us overall. And yeah, 29 years old on a free, even if he only lasts for a couple of seasons, I think he'll be doing okay for us. Hasn't played particularly fantastic, 2 appearances, conceded 5 at the moment, but yeah, he'll be alright. I think he'll be fine. Right, let's get through to how we've been getting on. And as you can see, it's pretty mixed actually. I left you after the 1-1 draw against Wigan. We lost to Brentford. We beat Tranmere in the Carabao Cup. We then lost to Reading and Brighton 3-1 and 1-0. Basically, the tactics I was using just didn't seem to work. I changed it up a little bit, and Nottingham Forest we drew 2-2, beat them. Drew 2-2, sorry. Then we beat Bolton 3-0. That's what I was trying to say. And I was really happy with that win. The Bolton win was great. We had McGeenan and Neil Fagula scoring for us in the Nottingham Forest, but in the Bolton we had an own goal. Moret and Faguna, whatever his name is, scoring again. Absolutely fantastic. We then played Cardiff, beat them 1-0. Difficult game against a very good Cardiff side. You know, these are one of the better sides really. Good match for us. I thought it was a good win. We then played Oxford, beat them 3-2. Maybe should have done a little bit better, got a bit of an own goal. Woodrow and Hedges getting the goals for us. So overall been doing great. I think I was meant to come back for the Cardiff game, but I sort of was getting things, tactics worked out and how we should play and that sort of stuff, and I just carried on. So I thought I'd stop at the Middlesbrough QPR game, which is what we're going to bring you today. I think both of them will be pretty good games. Norwich in the Carabao Cup, 3rd round. They are a Premiership side, 9th in the Premiership at the moment as well. So this can be a difficult one, but if we can get a result there, that'd be absolutely amazing overall. But like I said, I think overall we're doing pretty well. If you go to competition, you'll see we're sort of smack bang down in the middle. 1-3, drawn 2, lost 3, 11 points. It's still early on, only 8 games gone obviously, but if we can finish anywhere around this mid sort of point, I'd be more than happy to finish anywhere around here, getting a little bit of a gap to the teams below us, the likes of Wigan, Birmingham, Oxford. I mean, we were meant to be finishing around this sort of area, 20th or below, so anything above that's a bonus. I mean, anywhere around 11th I'd be ecstatic with. I think it'd be an absolutely fantastic first season for us overall. So we've got a chance to bring 1 or 2 more loan players in, maybe in January, maybe bring even a player or 2 in. Definitely could probably bring in a goalkeeper. That's probably the one thing we would really like to do. But apart from that, I think overall everything's going pretty swimmingly. It's going pretty well for us at the moment. I think we we've got to be happy with how things are going. It's all working out pretty well for us at the moment. Apart from that though, everything else is looking really good for us. There's nothing else really much to report. So we're going to get into the games. We've got 2 games today. We've got Middlesbrough and then QPR. They're going to be tough games. Middlesbrough are going to be really tough. We're away from home. QPR, who are not doing so well, really is a team maybe we should look to try and beat. But the Middlesbrough game is going to be super difficult. If we can even get a draw out of here, I'd be really happy. We have changed our tactic a little bit. We are playing a sort of defensive, we're very defensive sort of style. I'm trying this casino sort of tactic, and that, you know, 3 at the back, 2 wing backs. We're just quite defensive, hitting them on the breaks, that sort of stuff. Yeah, we don't have the strongest team, so we need to sort of really play with these players that can sort of, you know, do a job for us where we need to. We're going to just change 1 or 2 little things around. 1 or 2 players are getting a bit tired, so I think it'd be nice to maybe swap over a couple of players. Hedges is looking tired, so we'll bring on you. You can stay as a winger, actually. Who else is looking tired? No, I think that's probably about the best. As you can see, we haven't got the depth, which is the biggest problem we've got. So as soon as we do start playing a couple of other players, the team drops a little bit. But we've got to do a bit of rotation. Too many games coming thick and fast and all that sort of stuff. But I think overall, the team's looking strong, and we should be alright. We should do. Well, we'll say we'll be alright. We'll probably get hammered 4-0 or something now. No, my luck. But we'll give it a go. That's all we can do. Give it a go. Auto that, and we'll put a passionate. Let's give these fans a good performance. It's not done a thing. The morale is looking pretty good at the moment, actually, which is obviously very, very good for us. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, usually when we're playing the bigger teams, they have a lot of shots, but we defend really well, and they don't get many on target, which is the main thing for us. So yeah, we'll see how it go. QPR beating Reading already. 12 minutes gone though. I mean, not much is happening. As you can see, Middlesbrough are having the shots as we expect. Got a twisted knee. I've just brought you bloody on. Who could we bring on? Oh, Liam Cole's about the only player we can play there, who doesn't really play there, but it's about the best we can do at the moment. As we might have a chance, and it's not, it's Middlesbrough coming forward. They're in the red. I thought we were for a second. They put it in. We do clear it just about. Another chance though, maybe, as they put it out to friend to Maher. I can't even say that name. As they put in a shot and it just goes wide. Shea with sort of covering it. Or it was a corner actually in the end. Yeah, I'll be happy with a draw here. I mean, like I said, I expect them to batter us a little bit, and I expect us to really struggle, but we just about clear it off the line. We might be able to break here. Woodrow with the ball. It's 2-on-1, but we are breaking forward. You can't get past the defender, unfortunately, and that would have been a really, really good chance for us. I mean, possession-wise, we're not really holding much possession at the moment either, as it's another corner to Middlesbrough. They're absolutely battering us, as you would expect. They are such a strong side. Got some really, really good players as well, but we are holding our own. We're doing pretty well. Another corner for them as they put it out. They get to Asamoah, who puts it in, hits the bar, then hits the kick. I hate goals like that. I hate goals like that. Hits the bar, hits the keeper, goes in the net. Such an unfortunate goal. I mean, if someone does well, it's game engine goal. There's not much you can unfortunately do about them sort of ones. As 32 minutes have gone. Let's give them a shout, demand a little bit more from them, see if we can get a goal back. We've not even had a shot on target yet, which is a bit frustrating, as we do just about clear the ball again, but they're going to get another chance. So they put the ball in, they have got a chance possibly here. Don't tell me it's a penalty. I mean, it's obvious we're having one of those games where everything goes against us, as Asamoah puts it in the back of the net. As you'd expect, he ain't going to miss. He's too good a striker for that. Yeah, I feel like this is now one of those games where they've just said you can't win it, and stupid stuff's happening. So annoying, but we'll carry on. 42, 43 minutes. I mean, it'd be lovely if we could maybe get something back out of this. I feel like we've done okay. I mean, I know we haven't had any shots. We'll say we expect to see a better performance. We're just not really getting into the game. That's the problem. It's just all about Middlesbrough. And I know we're playing defensive. I know this is what we're expecting, but we'd expect to at least have maybe a little bit more going on there, and maybe a couple more efforts. But 53, 54 minutes gone, and still not really much happening at the moment. Stoke beat Newcastle 3-0. That's absolutely crazy. 62 minutes, but let's demand a little bit more from them. And just see if we can maybe get something out of this. We'll make 1 or 2 substitutions as well. McGee's looking tired. I mean, Woodrow's having a terrible game, so we'll bring on Victor for you. We'll also bring on Hedges, and we'll leave it at that. I mean, I'm happy. I mean, 2-0 loss I can live with, but it would have been nice to have maybe got something out of this. We actually have had a couple of shots on target, but it's maybe a chance for Middlesbrough to get a third here. Rodriguez even with the goal. I mean, it looked like a soft save. He should have saved. The keeper should have maybe done a little bit better. I mean, he's got plenty of room out on the box, and he just tees it up. Keeper should have done a little bit better. Good goal though, I guess. And we're going to lose, it looks like 3-0, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like we deserved a little bit more than that. Oxford and West Brom drawing. That's not a bad result for Oxford there. As time is ticking down. I mean, there's one more chance. Don't make it 4. That'd be just annoying. I mean, they've had a fluky goal, a penalty, and a really good goal. I mean, so we can't be too disheartened over it all, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But we'll see how we get on. We've dropped down to 16th because of that. That's not gone anywhere near. Why show that? It's miles. There's miles left of the ball. Right, team talk. What can we just say? I'm not happy with performance that though. Just say that. Everyone's fired up. See if we can do a little bit better against Queen Park Rangers. We could definitely do that. QPR have moved up to 21st. We've dropped down to 16th. It's alright, we'll take it. How long are you injured for? 6 to 9 days. Barnsley has passed to resist Middlesbrough. And it's just showing that. Right, guys, I will see you in a flash for the QPR game. Right, guys, welcome back to the QPR game. We're going to change the formation a little bit. We're just going to play defensive midfielder, 2 up front. We're not playing really with the wingers this one. More just because I'm trying to mix things up a little bit. A couple of players tired, so we want to try and, just rest 1 or 2 players. But also, I feel like we just need to be a bit more defensive after that loss. And really stop, any sort of attacking happen against QPR, who might not be doing brilliantly, but are a decent side. So I feel like this might do a good job for us overall. It's going to be difficult, but this is the sort of game really that if we can win it, even if it's just 1-0 or something like that, would be absolutely fantastic for us. As we'll give them a passionate talk. What does it say? Let's say, let's show Spoil what his team is all about, shall we? It's gone quite well. Passionate talk as well. Through all of them, and let's see, can we actually do this? This would be great if we could get a win here. We've been on such a good little run to that Middlesbrough game. It'd be nice to maybe get another win, put us up to 14 points. I mean, 14 points with the goal difference now could put us up as high as sort of 10th or so. So you never know. Right, we'll change that. I mean, we're definitely playing a little bit better with this formation as well, but it's them with a chance at the moment. Probably they've got the ball. They're coming forward. At the moment, Longstaff with the ball now. What's he going to do? Puts it out wide to Freeman. Freeman cuts inside, but we do block it reasonably well. They take a bit of an ambitious shot, but it doesn't go anywhere. Also, just to let you guys know, I've got a new series starting hopefully this week. It's called Better Than Relegation. We're going to take teams that have been relegated from this season and play a season with them. See if we can actually do better. So check that out. There'll be more details and a few more rules with some of it. As Freeman gets the goal. That's a bit of a shame. That would have been nice to have maybe blocked that a little bit more. I mean, he has a little bit of room there and he just took advantage of it. Greenwood gets it down to Townsend. Townsend gets a really nice cross in. Freeman's got way too much room. We've got 7 players in the box and not one of them's near him, which is really frustrating. But yeah, a new series starting. We're going to start probably with Huddersfield, I think, is our first one. And see how we get on as we put the ball in, but it's straight at the keeper, unfortunately. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty. I didn't realise that. Who's taking the penalty? Woodrow. Can he score? Woodrow puts it in the net. Get in there. That's what we wanted. I sort of said that as he shot. I'm glad he did actually score. But yeah, Woodrow puts it in the net. Fantastic. But yeah, the new series is going to start. We're going to start off with obviously Huddersfield, who got relegated from the Premiership. So we'll see how we do with them, but it could be with any of the teams, like from Italy or from Spain or something like that. So, hopefully we can do a couple of different teams in this sort of scenario. Be a short series, 4 or 5 episodes. Hopefully you guys will even do the same, follow my rules, do exactly the same save, let me know how you get on and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see if we can do better than relegation as some of these teams ended up with. As the ball goes out to Townsend, QPR come forward. Don't want them to score a goal before half time. They take a shot and it's just wide. So yeah, there's a new little series. One of those like little challenge series. It's going to start hopefully this week. We'll see how if I get a chance to record it. As we're going 1-1 at half time, I'll pretty much take that. It's not too bad. I'll say we're not doing badly. It's not really done anything. We'll just hand that over to the assistant, who's not playing particularly well. Striker's not playing particularly well. Midfield's not playing great, or defense, the sort of defensive areas aren't playing fantastic either. We'll give them a little chance, but if things don't sort of pick up, we'll maybe change 1 or 2 personnel and maybe even the formation a little bit. We'll see how we get on though. 15 minutes gone though, but I feel like we are been the better side. 10 shots, 5 on target to their 9. They're not really having any shots on target though. Possession has been reasonably well at the moment. I mean, we are doing reasonably good. We could just do with scoring maybe that one more goal, as we'll give it a shout and demand more from them. But time's ticking away really quickly actually, and some players are just not picked up at all at the moment. So let's cancel that. We're going to pause it. We're going to change the tactics a little bit. If we go for a tactic like that, I think at the moment, Coyle is not playing particularly well, so we'll bring on Clark for you. Hedges can come on for you, and sort of them 2 around. I think they'll play a bit better around that way. We'll bring on McGinn as well. For who should we bring you on for? Both of these guys are playing reasonably well. Kane, we'll bring you on for Kane. Might be better. No, not that way. That way. Just see if a little bit more of width will help us out. Maybe a little bit. We'll see how we can get. Maybe just get a winning goal. That'd be absolutely fantastic. There's only 10 minutes left, so there's not long left to go. So it will be interesting to see if we can do it. We'll also go down to up to cautious and just see if we can push forward a tiny bit. But the time's ticking away so quickly. It looks like it's going to finish 2-all. We've maybe got a chance, one more chance here. Unfortunately, we don't, and it's going to finish 1-all. Not a bad result. It would have been nice to get the win, though. What can we say? Unlucky boys. We'll just say that. It would have been really nice to have got that, though. But it should keep us in the battle position. I mean, we're picking up the points. That's the main thing. Obviously, a long way to go. And we've got a lot of teams to play still. On is even at Oakwell. Why am I clicking continue still? I don't know. How have the other results gone? Hopefully they've gone our way. We'll soon find out. Let's have a look at the competition. We're down to 15th, 12 points. I mean, we need to get around 45-50 points, I think. So we're 10 games. We're about a quarter of the way there, give or take. I think we're not far off the likes of Newcastle and that sort of stuff. So there's some decent teams below us as well. I think we're doing okay at the moment. I think we're doing absolutely fine. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on. There's some decent teams in this league as well. Right, schedule wise, when we're going to come back for, we're going to come back roughly for probably something like the Newcastle Hull game, something around that sort of mark, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there. Newcastle will probably be a pretty good one. Maybe, yeah, Newcastle Hull. I think we'll come back for them 2 games, and then we'll see after that where we are. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to come and like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. It'd be absolutely fantastic to do. Remember to come and check the new series out as well. As I said, our first one is probably going to be Huddersfield, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, where are they? Are they actually in here? They are. They're 13th. So did they actually get relegated? I'm not sure. If we go to the overview, can we see there? Yeah, they did. They've got 18th in the division. Then they finished 4th in the championship and obviously got promoted. So sort of a bit like real life, I guess, in that they've did go down, but they've gone straight back up. So I think someone like these would be quite good to take over. Obviously, this team's a little bit different. We're going to have a few things with the transfers and that we're going to do as well, trying to make it a bit more of a challenge and that sort of stuff. It's been a pleasure as always. I will see you on the next episode or on the other series. Bye for now.